you're watching ASEAN issues on Video Mio and simultaneously on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, because Video Mio is the media integrator for all this, so that everybody can even virtually participate in this whole thing. For this discussion today, informal as it may be, we have a guest, the author of the latest book that we know in the Philippines, Shadow of Doubt. And we have a veteran editor, journalist in the Philippines, and who is also the editor-in-chief of Newsbreak. It's a specialized news feature in-depth magazine in the Philippines. We have Miss Marites Vitug. Welcome to this informal gathering, Marites.
Thank you for inviting.
And we have, as usual, our other host here, Noli Santos of International Academy of Management and Economics, and who's also chairman of the ICES, the International
Academy.
International Strategic and International Studies. And we have the president of ICES, June Salipsi. With us also is, of course, Bert Posadas, and I'm Bill Santos. Okay, let me ask you the first question. Marites, why did you write this book?
Yes, actually, I think it's because no one else was doing it, and I think because there was no other literature on the Supreme Court that was popularly written and accessible. And I think as a journalist, part of my DNA is to go into these dark corners where little is written about.
But why the Supreme Court? Why not the lower courts?
Oh, well, the Supreme Court, since it's the top, it's the highest court of the land, and I thought it would have more impact if I wrote about it, and also to give more focus to the book.
You know what really struck me first when I got a copy of it was The Brethren. It's all about a book on a story, a book on the United States Supreme Court in 1979.
79?
No? You read it too, no?
I read it before, but I couldn't find my copy anymore, and I googled it, and I reviewed it, and the literature said, the write-up said that it caused so much controversy in the U.S. This was the first of its kind, so I felt relieved that when my book caused controversy, I said the next books won't, hopefully, anymore. Written by other journalists or others who want to write about the Supreme Court.
Well, how does this strike you, Noli? You're the lawyer. You are the member of the bar of the Philippines. And how does the quote expose, if you want to call it an expose?
Still studying it. Well, to begin with, when I was in the UP College of Law, we look at the Supreme Court with awe. We look at the justices as like being on the pedestal, like Emmett Harris.
It's supposed to be
Now,
more
here
than last resort.
this book shows the humanity. Yeah, it brings them down to earth.
So they're humans after all.
Well, probably there are some changes in the history of the court. It is getting cheaper and cheaper. Imagine a retired justice of the Supreme Court just issue certification. Because I read in one British publication about curriculum and legitimacy. One way is through degree programs, the other one is through certification. The big IT companies, they issue certification. So we'll just issue certification so we don't have to get the degree, or license required of degree programs because it takes a long time. We want to start it and we want to charge minimal tuition fee. I look at PUP, which is a state university for those who have less in life. they charge more than 200. So I said, probably we should just charge 200.
No.
Lower than PUP in order to encourage the young generation to attend the institute. The output that we intend to produce is the transformational leader in the concept of MacGregor Burns.
Okay.
The political scientist and biographer of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, I think we wrote a book and I quoted him.
Organization
Yeah.
everybody said.
I wrote a book on the Supreme Court. I think I quoted him
Yeah.
because he wrote about FDR, Roosevelt's time. Anyways, just the name here is very funny.
You know what that means, Marites? That means, and I'm going forward 2-3 steps. What June would call strategic thinking. That is going to require a lot more of this kind of book that you have. See, you just have to take the risks. You know, I suppose by now you must have some kind of legal cases against you. I don't know.
Only
I'm
one.
guessing. But you have one.
A Supreme Court justice filed a 13-count libel case against me. Actually, it had to do with a story I wrote in December, which I put as part of the epilogue of the book.
I see.
Justice Presbytero Velasco's son was running at the time for Congress.
Yes.
Well, his son won, Alan Velasco.
Uh-huh.
And I just wrote a very benign story on what
Say-
are the ethical dilemmas the Supreme Court justice faces when a child runs for politics. Because in our society, we're very personalistic, we like to help, but there are demands for justice, behavioral demands. So I just showed that, and that he was talking to local politicians, asking them to support his son and promising to fund their campaigns at the barangay level.
You know, I've got 2 questions regarding that. Because we have, number one, we have a reputation worldwide that our politics is one, personal and transactional.
Yes.
And number 2, we don't give so much delineation when it comes to conflicts of interests. And that is why my next question would be, does this to anyone of you?
Before you go there,
Yeah.
I want to say something about Justice Presbyterio.
Was he your classmate?
No, he's my fraternity brother.
Oh, you're Siguro!
I am the Grand Archon. We meet every month at Manila Polo Club where I even
I'm a sorority sister.
Daldalang to sigma. That's why I put Pia in our recommendation because he was Grand Archon. Anyway, I can send these to Presby. That is an inappropriate behavior for a justice of the Supreme Court. It's really going down and degrading the Supreme Court and the position of justice. And I guess by saying it, Presby will take me to court.
So, I guess that's all under there's no such a thing as appearance of impropriety here, right? They don't observe that, much less appearance